The dark mysteries of the ADHD brain scientists still can't explain, a title that immediately opens the door to one of the most complex neurological puzzles of the modern era. ADHD, or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, is often oversimplified as a problem with focus. But as science digs deeper, researchers are discovering puzzling behaviors, contradictory brain patterns, and cognitive abilities so unusual that they defy traditional explanations. Today, you'll explore the hidden side of the ADHD mind, not just the symptoms, but the mystery behind how this brain functions, why it behaves so differently, and why the world still struggles to understand it. Prepare, because some of these mysteries challenge everything we think we know about the human brain. 1. The time distortion mystery. One of the strangest mysteries of the ADHD brain is time blindness. People with ADHD don't experience time like everyone else. Minutes can feel like seconds, or hours can vanish without explanation. But here is the strange part. Brain scans show differences in the way the ADHD brain processes future reward. Meaning people with ADHD literally don't feel the future the same way a neurotypical brain does. This leads to procrastination, that isn't laziness. It is a neurological disconnect from future consequences. Scientists still don't fully understand why the ADHD brain compresses and expands time in unpredictable ways. It's not psychological, it's mechanical inside the brain. 2. The hyperfocus paradox. ADHD is defined by difficulty maintaining attention. So how can someone with ADHD suddenly enter a state of super concentration so deep that they forget to eat, sleep, or notice the world around them? This phenomenon, known as hyperfocus, shouldn't exist based on old ADHD models. It contradicts the entire definition of the disorder. But neuroscientists now believe the ADHD brain docent have a lack of attention. It has a dysregulated attention system. This means attention doesn't turn off. It becomes stuck like a magnet, sometimes on the wrong thing, sometimes on the right thing, but always intensely. Why the brain flips between chaos and laser focus remains one of the biggest unsolved questions. 3. The dopamine deficiency mystery. One of the leading theories is that ADHD involves irregular dopamine signaling. But here is the mystery. Dopamine levels in ADHD brains vary wildly, and researchers still can't explain the inconsistencies. Some ADHD brains show low dopamine. Others show normal or even high dopamine in certain circuits. Some trigger dopamine normally, but don't feel the reward emotionally. It's a chemical mystery with no single answer. But what scientists do know, dopamine is tied to motivation, pleasure, reward, and attention, and the ADHD brain processes it unlike any other known neurological condition. 4. The working memory puzzle. Why can someone with ADHD remember complex details of a video game, a story, or a hobby, yet forget basic tasks like sending a message, completing a routine, or remembering a simple instruction? This paradox is called working memory inconsistency. But here is the strange part. Neuroscientists have discovered that the ADHD brain's memory strength fluctuates depending on emotional engagement. If the brain is interested, it gives the memory works almost like a supercomputer. If not, it collapses instantly. This emotional dependency is so unusual that researchers still don't understand the circuitry behind it. 5. Emotional intensity. The hidden storm, ADHD, is not only about attention, it also affects emotional processing. But the emotional patterns in ADHD are so intense fast, and reactive that they resemble a completely different neural architecture. Scientists believe the amygdala, the brain's emotional center, responds faster and more strongly in ADHD individuals. But why does this happen? Why does the ADHD brain feel emotions at 200% intensity and then crash into exhaustion minutes later? The answer remains unknown, and only recently did researchers acknowledge emotional dysregulation as a core part of ADHD. 6. The default mode network disruption inside your brain is a circuit called the default mode network, responsible for self-talk, internal dialogue, planning, and inya biaga de brains. This network behaves almost like it is running two programs at once, the external world and the internal world. This creates a constant battle between focus and wandering thoughts. But here, as the deeper mystery, neuroscientists still cannot explain why the ADHD brain's internal monologue is louder and more active than normal. It is not a psychological habit. It's neurological wiring, a wiring that has yet to be fully mapped. 7. The motivation mystery. Why does the ADHD brain struggle intensely with starting tasks? But once it begins, it can outperform entire teams of people. This contradiction has stumped researchers for decades. Motivation in ADHD is not linked to discipline or desire. It depends on the brain's reward circuits activating in the right order. But the real mystery is why the task activation switch in the ADHD brain is so unpredictable. Some days it works like lightning. Other days it feels broken. No scan has yet identified the exact mechanism behind it. 8. The energy fluctuation enigma. People with ADHD often wake up mentally exhausted, then suddenly gain energy at night. Researchers believe circadian rhythm regulation might be disrupted, but the inconsistency remains unexplained. Some theories say dopamine spikes at unusual times. Others say executive function activates only when pressure is high. What's certain, the ADHD brain's energy cycle does not match normal human patterns, and scientists still don't know why. 9. Creativity and pattern recognition superpowers despite the challenges. ADHD brains often excel at creativity, innovation, big picture thinking, and rapid problem. But researchers have no clear explanation for why ADHD correlates with higher levels of spontaneous insight and nonlinear thinking. Some believe the ADHD brain connects distant ideas faster. Others think reduced filtering allows more information to enter consciousness. Whatever the reason, this ability remains a scientific mystery, but one that has led many ADHD individuals to excel in entrepreneurship, art, science, and invention. 10. The biggest mystery. Why ADHD exists at all here is the greatest question of all. If ADHD is a disorder, why has it persisted in human evolution for thousands of years? Some scientists now believe ADHD traits were essential for early human survival. Rapid scanning of the environment, fast reaction to danger, novelty-seeking creativity, non-linear problem-solving. If this theory is correct, ADHD, ISNT, is a different type of brain designed for a different type of world. A world of exploration, unpredictability, and creativity. Not the rigid, repetitive systems we have today. If you want more deep documentaries like this, exploring hidden science, mysteries of the brain, and secrets the world barely understands, follow and like for more.